Yes.
Okay. Listo. Hello, everyone. This is Claudia Ortiz from EducationUSA, Mexico City. I'm happy to introduce you Patty Yusa from is International English Center Director from University of Colorado Boulder. Well, and Holly Whitson, academic advisor, and one of the teachers who will join the EducationUSA Academy program. So they will answer all your questions, anything you have to ask. Please feel free to do that. And well, I don't know. I'm excited to do this new experience with all your kids from these 5 countries: Mexico, Ecuador, Colombia, Peru, and Brazil. So, well, let's start.
Okay. So, okay. Can you see me?
Yes, we see you. You can start.
Okay. Okay, great. So, hi, everybody. I'm Patty Yusa. Thank you so much for the introduction, Claudia. We are really excited about all of you joining us on July 6th, next week, for the first ever Education USA Academy. We are thrilled to have you here at University of Colorado Boulder. And in a moment, I will introduce you to Holly Woodson, who's going to be your academic advisor and will be teaching some of the courses that you'll be taking and will accompany you on several of the field excursions as well as the campus visits that we'll be doing. So let me start off with a little brief introduction to the program, and then I have some slides to share with you. The University of Colorado Boulder is a very safe environment, so we want the parents to feel very secure that your children will be well taken care of, both while they're in class, while they're on other parts of the campus, and in the dormitory. And we'll talk a little bit about student conduct code and the expectations we have of students, but primarily we are very focused on students' safety and security. We want them to learn a great deal about English language and American culture and to be exposed to many of the college and university opportunities that the United States has to offer. We have 15 students participating in the program, so it's a very nice size, not too big, not too small. A great opportunity for students to make friends and to get to know each other very well from, as we say, the five countries: Mexico, Brazil, Ecuador, Peru, Colombia, and we may have a student joining us from West Africa as well, which will be very exciting. So now let me switch over to the presentation slides and walk you through some of the details of the program itself. Okay, can everyone see?
Yes, Patty, we see you now.
Okay. Move this forward. Let's see. Okay, give me just 1 second. We need to be able to.
Does it scroll down on the side?
Okay, just one moment. We have a little technical difficulty.
Looks like it'll scroll down.
Just scroll down. Okay.
I don't know, does it?
No.
Patty, are you trying to change your
Yes, we are.
that you don't have selected your file? You might be seeing the file that everyone is watching. So maybe you should open the PDF you have.
Yes, you need to bring it to the front because I see that the tree, perfect, there you go.
Okay, there we're in business. Thank you very much. So let's talk a little bit about what classes are going to look like. Everyone will be taking classes in academic writing and reading, oral communication, and those two classes together, we have several topics that the students will be addressing. And maybe Holly, you can speak for a moment about the subject areas within academic reading and writing and oral communication that the students will focus on.
Yeah, we're going to have two different chapters within those two subjects. One of them is going to be about learning and the brain and how we learn. And the other one is going to be about innovation and entrepreneurship. Thank you.
Right. And we selected those units because they're the kinds of reading, writing, listening, and speaking subjects that the students will be exposed to in university. So we want everyone to have a taste of the vocabulary and the difficulty level of university lectures. And Holly, maybe you could speak for a moment about some of the guest speakers that we've lined up for the oral communication course in particular, that are experts in those areas.
We do have someone coming from the university who is with the she works with students who she helps students develop learning skills. She's going to come speak to us in the brain and learning chapters to help you guys learn how to learn, really, which is an important skill to learn, to know for university. And in the entrepreneurship chapter, we have a gentleman coming who has started, I believe, 6 different businesses of his own, and he is also a mentor for new entrepreneurs, and he's going to come speak to us.
So again, we're attempting here to simulate and practice some of the language with experts in the field, and with the expert coming in on the brain, it's a lot of, some of the discussion will simulate what you might hear in a sociology class or a psychology class. And with the entrepreneur expert coming in, for those of you who are thinking about going into business or perhaps STEM, because many of the local businesses in Boulder, Colorado focus on technology and science. So we want to be able to expose you to those people from the real world. And then university preparation, that's where we're going to focus on writing an effective essay, applying for scholarship opportunities, how to interview, how to put a simple resume together, what role do athletics play on university campuses, how you can make the most out of the students' clubs and activities and service learning projects. And then the last course will deal with U.S. culture and contemporary issues. And we know many of you watch lots of U.S. TV or listen to music from the U.S., and you certainly read the newspaper, and in your high schools you may discuss some of the things that are going on in the U.S., either what's happening now or in history. But we would like to share with you some of the things that high school students in the U.S. are learning about as well, because when you are sitting in a university class, professors may use anecdotes or stories or reference things that are happening in the U.S., and you want to make sure that you're familiar and aware of some of the more recent things that are going on, because it will help you to be more confident in your university classes and to follow what the professors are saying. And it'll also help you when you're working on team projects in university classes, because there's a lot of teamwork and group work and project work. And so again, it'll help you build your background knowledge and make you more confident. It's a little small, but we'll send this presentation out to you as well, and it's available on our website. So you'll see, sort of have an idea of what a day will look like. So you'll notice Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings, you'll be taking your academic writing and reading course. And then in the late afternoon, the oral communication class on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays, you'll have the university preparation course in the morning. And in the later morning, the U.S. culture and contemporary issues. You'll notice we have activities planned for the afternoon all the way through dinner. And then Saturdays and Sundays, we have a lot of field trips and cultural events planned so that you can take full advantage of everything that Boulder and Colorado has to offer. I won't go through each and every activity here, but you'll see there's a wide array of things that we have planned each day, everything from a U.S. baseball game to Rocky Mountain National Park trip, bike tours, trips to Denver, which is 30 to 40 minutes away. And then you'll see in weeks 3 and 4 there are additional field trips planned. And lots of campus tours. We'll be visiting Community College, Front Range Community College, University of Denver, which is a private university, Colorado College, which is a small, well-respected liberal arts school in Colorado Springs. We'll also visit the Colorado School of Mines, which is an outstanding school for those wanting to go into engineering and mining. And then we have Colorado School of Colorado State University, which is a very famous land grant university in Colorado, and they have a lot of specialties in business and agriculture and some other areas. So there's a wide range of universities and schools that we'll be visiting, not only the campus, but we'll be talking with the admissions officers who will give you good insight into what they're looking for in students. Now, you may not want to go to university in Colorado in the long run. You may choose to go to a university in another state or in another country, but this is such a great range of schools, and many of the tips and strategies the admissions officers will be sharing with you, you can transfer that information to any number of universities that you plan on applying to. Let's talk a little bit about housing and meals, and this is particularly important for parents to know as well. All of our students in the Education USA Academy will be housed with other teenagers on the campus. So they have a dedicated dormitory on the campus where it will only have underage students of the same age. Again, it is very safe. Chaperones are on hand. The students do have a curfew. That is, they must be in the dormitory by 11 p.m. the latest. They aren't to travel around by themselves. They'll be going around in groups. There are bed checks at midnight, at 12 a.m., lights out. And that's not so we control all the students, so to speak. We do want them to have fun, but a fair amount of sleep, a good amount of sleep is really important because we're going to be so active, busy, engaged, having so much fun during the day that good amount of sleep and lots of water and liquids are important for students to stay hydrated and healthy. In terms of meals, students will be taking their meals in the on-campus dining halls. There is a wide range and variety of food. It's very nutritious and delicious. It ranges from, we have Mexican, Italian, American, Persian, a gigantic salad bar, gluten-free, every kind of allergy is accounted for. We have Chinese food and Japanese and kosher, and so any kind of dietary concern we can address, and be prepared. There's lots of great cake and ice cream too. And then when we're traveling around, occasionally we will take boxed lunches with us from the school cafeteria and ensure that those are nutritious and tasty as well. But students definitely will not go hungry. That's one thing. We will keep them active and well fed. We've listed our contact information here as well. So you'll have Holly's email address, and Heather Titland is another key person for you to know. She can be contacted about anything related to the dormitory or meals or transportation. And of course, Patty, that's me, I'm on hand to answer any concerns or questions the students have. In terms of transportation and the airport, I'll just remind everybody that please, we ask that once you have your flight ticket booked, that you email us your itinerary. Some of you have already done that. We're so thankful to you. But if you haven't sent your flight itinerary yet, please do so, because we will have somebody on hand to pick up students at the airport and to make sure that they get checked into the dormitory, they meet the chaperone, as well as the dormitory director and the residential hall advisors who are on hand to help the students in any way that they can. We will be utilizing a great deal of the public transportation here in Colorado, and it's an outstanding system. The students all receive a transportation pass with their program, and so they'll be able to easily, with, again, faculty members or chaperones, be able to navigate around Boulder, Denver, and the local area. The dormitory and the dining halls are all within walking distance, so it's very easy and, again, safe to get around. There's lots of shopping nearby if you're interested in picking things up. We have in Boulder, Target, Walmart, various pharmacies. There's shopping malls with Apple stores and various other things. But we'll remind you that for those of you who are coming with pocket money, be sure not to spend all of your pocket money in the first week. You want to be really careful about how you use the money, mom and dad, or from other sources that you receive, so that you have something for each week if you want to purchase a souvenir or something like that when we go out on our trips. In terms of what to bring, what to pack, we sent everybody a suggested packing list. You want to have sensible shoes, good walking shoes, probably more than one pair in case it rains. So if you get wet, you have a backup pair of shoes, whether they're tennis shoes or sneakers or something like that. You definitely want to have a pair of Havaianas or flip-flops or something for the dormitory, something comfortable to walk around in. And of course, in Colorado, it's important to layer your clothing. That is, it can be very warm during the day, maybe over 30 degrees Celsius, but in the evening it can sometimes get cool and drop by, say, 10, 15 degrees Celsius. You want to have, you know, a hoodie or a fleece, certainly some kind of lightweight jacket that you can put on. Some of the campus visits are several hours away, so you may come home a little bit late, and so you want to have an extra, again, a fleece or a jacket with you so that you're not too cold. But again, it does get kind of warm during the day, so if you have sunscreen and sunglasses, that's also very helpful. Another tip is, I mentioned before, but you want to carry a water bottle around with you. That's really important to stay hydrated. And I'm going to I think, switch back so you can see us again. And Holly will talk to you a little bit about student conduct code and some of the expectations and some other practical advice for you. So let's see if I can get us back. Oh, that's interesting. Didn't do that before. Can you see us? Oh my.
No, we see the screen being shared.
Okay, shared like a million times, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think you only need to activate your camera and we will be good to go. And I want to remind everyone that is watching us that you can type your questions there. There you go. We see you now.
Great.
You can type your questions because we have a delay. So it will be better if everyone could type the questions and we will get to it when we see them. Thank you.
So we have some conduct rules at CU Boulder and at the IEC. There is no smoking at all on the CU Boulder campus. We do have, well, actually for under 18, you're not allowed to smoke anyway. So if you do smoke, I hope that you have a plan for not smoking here at CU. And so do plan for that. You will not be allowed to smoke anywhere here on campus.
Nor buy cigarettes.
Correct. It is illegal to buy cigarettes if you are under 18. So plan on not smoking. Also, you are not allowed to drink any alcohol at all in the United States. The legal drinking age is 21 here. So absolutely no drinking.
And they're very strict here about that. You know, they will check in the dormitory. They go around, and if they suspect something, it's not something you want to do. But parents, while we don't expect at all your students to do that, we want you to be reassured that none of the other teenagers on campus are drinking or smoking as well. That those rules and regulations and laws are enforced consistently throughout the campus.
Mm-hmm, of course. And of course, no other illegal drugs at all are tolerated anywhere on the campus, or so don't worry about that, parents. It's not tolerated. So.
The other thing, I'll bring it back. The other thing I'll mention is that you will have a roommate. The roommate will be of the same gender as you. So girls are rooming with girls, boys are rooming with boys. And when there are bed checks done, they make sure the correct roommates are together. So no switching rooms, if you know what I mean. Everybody's where they are supposed to be. And there are rules about that as well. So, you know, people who are under the age of 18, they have fun with the outdoors and in class, but no other fun, so to speak. Okay, I'll turn it back to Holly.
Trying to think what else. There are other honor code issues and conduct issues that we will talk about in our orientation, but these are the main things that you need to be aware of, I think. Any other things that you want to bring up now?
No, I think that's it. So we're happy to take questions.
Okay, here is a question. How much do students need to make some laundry?
That's a really good question, and we can email that out to you with the specific amount for the wash and the dryer, but I think for a full load, it's probably around $5 US. Más y menos, more or less.
And where do they get the soap and all the things they need?
Soap is available in the dormitory, I believe, where they purchase from the machine a small amount for, you know, maybe 50 cents or $1 for a small amount of soap.
Awesome. One more question. Maybe if a student really need it, do they get an extra blanket? can they get it there with you?
Yes, absolutely. As part of the linen package, thank you so much for that question. Students will receive washcloths and towels, sheets and blankets, and if they'd like an extra blanket, certainly we can request that, and that'll be made available to them.
Okay, one more question. Where do students can keep safe their documents like the passport and the visa?
Well, that's a really great question. So in their rooms are locked. They will have a key that only they and their roommate can access the room. And so there are desks in the room, and I suggest the students put their documents in their desk in a safe place. We never have had any issues of students having items taken from dormitory rooms. It's very safe and secure. There are people patrolling around all the time. What we may suggest is that they carry a copy of their passport with them and leave their original passport, except when they check in here with us at the Language Center, but otherwise to not travel around with their original passport.
Definitely.
Okay, one more question. In case a student doesn't have a cell phone, do they have access to a laptop or, I don't know, anything else so they can have contact with their parents?
That's a wonderful question, and thank you for asking it. We have 2 language labs here at the International English Center, which have very good internet connections. So the students can connect through email, they can use other kinds of platforms and social media to contact their parents. There are also computer lab facilities in the dormitories themselves. So when they're not here at the center and they're on campus or in the dormitory, they have access to technology and will be able to communicate with home. And of course, in cases of extreme emergencies, we will reach out immediately to the student's emergency contact person, both by phone and by email. And we have people here who speak Spanish and Brazilian Portuguese. So in the event of something, and of course nothing is going to happen, but we are well prepared that if parents or other guardians need to be contacted, we have easy access to that and we'll be able to communicate with you.
Thank you. One more question. And what time do they have access to that? During the morning or at night or during the whole day?
So the International English Center is open from 8 a.m. in the morning till 5 p.m. in the evening. And then I believe in the dormitory, they can use it from up until curfew time, which is 11 p.m. They'll have access to computer labs.
Okay, one more question here, sorry.
Yeah.
You mentioned the field trips. Are they included, all of them, or they have extra cost?
They are absolutely all included in the price of the program. So the students don't need to purchase any tickets, worry about any kind of transportation. Everything is absolutely included. Of course, if a student would like to buy some kind of souvenir, a postcard, you know, if they're at a ball game and they'd like to buy an ice cream cone, then that would come out of their pocket money. But otherwise, everything is all included in the price of the program.
Okay, do they need, well, do all the students need to bring notebook, pen, pencil, or they will get it from the university?
We recommend, you know, perhaps a couple of pencils and pens. We have a well-equipped bookstore here, so if they'd like to buy a small notebook for, you know, maybe $2 that's fine. Otherwise, all materials and books are also included in the program and will be supplied to the students.
Well, it seems that we don't have any more questions and the audience didn't ask questions. I don't know if there's anything that you can add.
Okay, so I will add one more thing, and that is about the health center, in case, again, parents or students are concerned about little situations that come up. We have an outstanding health center here on campus with fantastic doctors, nurses, physical therapy assistants, and so on. And each student receives the CU Gold Insurance Plan, which is fantastic coverage. And so, you know, if things occur, the students have access to the health center on campus. In an extreme emergency, we will work with them with the hospital. The health center has all kinds of wonderful referral centers. So again, safety and security and health are most important. We are not taking any risks in the program, but occasionally accidents happen or children get sick and you know, they get a cold or they get the flu. They will be well taken care of here. And I just want to reassure parents again and students that they will have a very help in any way that we can. We're really excited again about everybody coming. Thank you so much for your patience, and I want to give a shout out to all the Education USA advisors and ECA for doing such an amazing job with the visa situation and for all the support you provided all of the institutions as well as the students and the families. We truly appreciate it. Have safe travels and feel free to reach out to us if you have any follow-up questions. If you feel more comfortable asking questions again in Portuguese or Spanish, we're here to help in any way that we can. Thank you so much for your time.